Welcome back to On the Couch, a weekly video series where we talk to mental health professionals about issues that impact our emotional health. My name is Tracie Rogers, and I'm here with Akilah Riley-Richardson, clinical social worker, therapist here at Wholeness and Wellness Counselling. And we have been talking about relationships, and we've been talking about patterns and how we love and how it causes conflict and how it causes us to hurt other people and feel hurt as well in a relationship. So you might be watching these videos and saying, yes, this is what's going on. Now, it's one thing to understand it, is another thing now to get on the road to healing and moving forward. So what I want us to talk about this segment is what happens next. So I realized that I am in a toxic relationship, or there are elements of this relationship that are toxic. I've been looking at these videos, oh my gosh, I'm having light bulb moments, we need help. First of all, having somebody walk with you through this process is really important, because it's hard to be in it and to deal with it at the same time. So I kind of want to talk about, so we decide to get help. How does help work? What happens when we come to couples counseling?
In my work with couples, I aim for three things: accountability, vulnerability, and empathy. And I have to credit Terry Reel's work in that regard. If I'm accountable, I know that I must behave in an accountable fashion.
Yes.
I know in the last segment we were talking about love avoidant persons and love addicts. And part of accountability is building healthy boundaries, right? If I believe that I'm accountable to you and you're accountable to me, we have healthy boundaries. We have healthy protective boundaries and containing boundaries. So in therapy, we teach you how to do that.
Yes.
We teach you how to say no. We teach you how to not be affected every time your partner is in a bad mood because you're just boundaryless in the relationship. We teach you how to ask to have your needs met if you're love avoidant. That's the first thing. Building accountability in the relationship and learning how to say I'm sorry. Learning how to apologize when any of those boundaries have been infringed on.
I think we also see patterns as well, and that's how we're able to help you. We see patterns and we can call you on it. We can say,
yes,
this is what's going on here. And we can also knock on that door and ask you, there's an inner child here that's struggling. There's a wounded child here that's struggling. Let's explore that.
And in essence, we are calling you in therapy to be vulnerable to us. And it's a model for what you want to do in your own relationship. You want to have healthy vulnerability in your relationship. You want to have a relationship where your partner could understand you and witness your struggle, but not take responsibility for your struggle. You know,
and that's a fine line there.
Of course, because
Very fine line.
Your partner is your partner, not your parent, not your therapist.
Say that again.
Your partner is your partner. Not your parent, not your therapist. And it's true, you know, Terry Reel says that we marry our unfinished business.
Yeah.
Right? But you also marry, as he says, the next stage in your development. So this is a phenomenal opportunity if you're having struggles in a relationship to use it to resolve some of your own battles that you would exist within you. But your partner is not the one who has to hold responsibility. Your partner is the one to witness it, because that builds intimacy. And as I recently heard, intimacy means into me you see. You know, you see me, but you don't have to take responsibility for me.
So there are two things there that I think are so important. One is that it moves us from that blame place, you know, and we know that blame has an inverse relationship with accountability. So if we're blaming, we're discharging emotion, we're not taking responsibility, and we're not being accountable. So we're moving out of that blame space.
Yeah.
But we're also doing that in a way that is, we have someone to monitor that situation, to look at us. And I love the fact that sometimes we feel as though we come to couples counseling because this relationship has to break up. But if you look at couples counseling as an opportunity to work on yourself, to work on understanding your partner, and you see it as that opportunity to really push off your relationship, to heal yourself as an individual and your unit as well.
And what we do in therapy is that we help people to metabolize the distress.
Yeah.
You know, there's something out of this that we can learn. There's some opportunity to grow out of this. And there's some opportunity for us to build a loving, cherishing, interdependent relationship.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for bringing all of this to us. I'm always excited when you are on the couch with us. I really am. So couples work is hard work.
Intense work.
It's intense work.
But it's
It's
good
meaningful work.
It's good work.
Because we are all wired for connection and for loving others. So it's best we learn how to do it well.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much for joining us.
No
Take
problem. Bye.
care. Bye-bye.